welcome to Kalia. This is Mia. I hope you're doing well. Okay, we are moving to the new moon on the 1st of April, this Friday. In some places in the world it can be tomorrow, okay, Thursday. The energy is dense and intense and has been, because we are being pushed to purge density that is within us. And so we are moving deeper and higher into the ascension process. And as we move deeper and higher, we need to purge stuff that has been hidden in deeper layers, because as you probably know, at first we clear what is more obvious to us and easier to deal with, and we save the best for last. We hide stuff that is more complex and deeper and perhaps more hurtful or less clear to us as well, okay? And so each round that we get pushed to purge, we go deeper. And so now we go deeper, and this may come up in dream world for you, especially if it is well hidden for you. I mean, if you pushed it down a lot, then it's easier to come up in dreamland. A scenario, a dream, whether it be a memory or just a scenario that really, really reminds you of something that hurt in your past, or of something that you are carrying. And the thing is that we are carrying these wounds as if they were precious treasures, and they're not. It is our light that is our precious treasure. And we need to remember that we are not our wounds, and we are not wounded, and we are not lacking. And so as we purge, I mean, I talked last video about piercing through negativity with all you have, but that doesn't mean that I hope I was understood. That doesn't mean that you needn't give place to whatever surfaces. I mean, I did say that you need to accept it and then transmute it. And so whatever is coming up for you, it's important to see and understand, because it's important for you to see what you have adapted as attitudes in your life that may be crippling you unnecessarily, okay? You know, we go through, in our formative years, we go through experiences that may have hurt us, and then we go through more experiences throughout our life that act out these hurts, not to emphasize them and anchor them, but to, at the end of the day, make us understand that that is not who we are. And so they are highlighted for us to see that that isn't who I am. you know, when we pass, um, when we pass, we we return to our full light. And so all these episodes, we don't carry them with us. We don't carry the burden, the weight, nor the resentment or the hurt. And so it's important for us now, as we ascend and we raise our frequency and vibration and consciousness, that we understand before we pass that that is not who we are, that we are so much more than these experiences. They were just experiences, they were just learning curves, and yet we cling to them, and we cling to a certain persona that is a result of these experiences, when in reality we are so much more. We are powerful light beings, and we are here, like I said in my last video, we are here to pierce through this kind of consciousness and these experiences, and shine through with the true light and power that we are, so that we can not only grow ourselves, but help others see that clinging to these experiences and this suffering, this hurt, and these perceptions are not who we are meant to be, and are not who we are. Remember that while we are here on earth and existing in this density, there is a part of us, our higher self, parallel, is living in the full light, so that we can be always inspired to align higher and higher, and not stay in this density. Aside from our celestial team of guardian angel and angels and guides that support us and guide us, so we have all we need to raise our vibration and change our perception. And of course, at this time, we are being charged with much more light to encourage and push us to do so. So it's important to, okay, what comes up, and there's this heavy energy that comes up, and you need to see it, understand it, and move through it. And with a new perception, it's not new to your soul, but it's a renewed perception that this is not who you are. And so with everything that you have gone through until now, and especially with this extra push that we have been receiving these last 2 years, it is and it can be easier for you, facilitated for you to see more clearly what you may be hanging on to, what's hiding behind certain attributes that you are clinging to. For example, issues of abandonment and betrayal, and the list goes on, right? But for example, that may have you acting in interactions and relationships in a clinging form and in a need of approval. And we all would like approval, but it is very important to discern and decipher if, and this is just one example among a million examples that we are all carrying, all right? But just to make it a little bit clear, if in a case like this, it's important to see how you may be acting out in relationships and interactions, and how you may be moving out in the world. What kind of sense of self, and if you are searching for approval, or if you are searching for some energy, let's call it, because it's some interaction or some relationship or someone or something to fill up some kind of lack that you may feel you have as a result of something that was not fulfilled in your past, and that may have been emphasized, like I said, in other relationships that came after that. In this way, you will not be healing the issue, and you will not be embodying who you truly are. And that is the point. As we move forward now, we're moving into a new month, and we're moving into higher ascension, and we are really, really close to creating something new for us all. And so this is why we are being pushed more and more to shed all these unnecessary layers that are false perceptions of ourselves. It's important to remember who you are, to let go of these perceptions, to let go of whatever has occurred, okay? And I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying these experiences were learning curves, and they were not to show us that we don't deserve love, for example, or that we are bad or we are lacking something. The only thing that it shows us, or that these experiences show us, is that these other people are lacking understanding that they are light and love, that they have so much more in them to offer themselves and others. And so it shows us their lack of understanding. And so we, and I always say this, we release the experiences and the interactions, the clinging to the interaction and the clinging to these personas, because like I said also before, these people that are close loved ones in our lives, when they pass on, they are no longer these personas, okay? And so it would be very saddening to see how we cling to something that they are no longer embodying, because they return to the light. And so we're here clinging to these experiences that limit us, while all the time we can actually flourish and shine and help others shine. So can you see how that is saddening? It's a waste of our precious time here, when we can do so much more for ourselves and for others. And so maybe this perception can help you connect the dots and understand and remember, because you know it. You know it. Just remember that this veil and this density that we are here to pierce through and help others pierce through is not who we are. And the hurtful experiences should not be something that we cling to, because they do not describe who we are. We are so much more light and power of the light. And we are here we are social beings, so we are here to interact and partner up, to share and to co-create and to add on to each other, but not to fill any lack, because we are not lacking. So please think about this. When you look at these hurts, acknowledge them. You did go through them and they are hurtful, but they're not you. They're not anything about you at all. They are about whoever mistreated you. So, and we wish them well on the continuation of their journey, so that they can evolve too and return to remember who they are. But we need to focus on ourselves, on embodying the fullness of who we are, the full light of who we are. That is what we came here to do, okay? And don't look, we are here to interact, but don't see these interactions, consciously or unconsciously, as anything that fills up any lack in you, because you are not lacking. So you needn't look for approval or anyone or anything to fill you up. You are full. You are full, and you have everything in you to fulfill yourself. And if there is anything left in you that it does not feel fulfilled, then focus on that. Focus on fulfilling yourself and completing what you know is who you truly are. Invest and nurture yourself and develop what you are here to do, to fulfill yourself and to help others. And all this is happening because we are moving into new, refreshing interactions based on higher values. And so we need to come to the plate ready and without any weight and burden and misperceptions of ourselves, because then what we offer is lacking, is not the full light of who we are. And we are here to create new, amazing, creative things for us all in terms of interactions and in terms of creativity. There will be, I think I said this, there will be a lot more creativity, and this springs from this renewed sense of self, this renewed sense of remembering that we are free and full of light. Okay, so there will be partnerships, there will be romantic connections based on higher values, there will be deepening of existing romantic relationships, there will be partnerships, work related, and friendships. And it is very, very exciting. So don't let the energy at the moment get to you too much. Just acknowledge, allow yourself to discover these deeper layers and deeper understanding, because that is precious. Deeper understanding of what makes you tick and what has been limiting you and what has been limiting your perception of self, so that you can return to a full anchored sense of self as you move forward. Okay, I hope this helped someone today, and I'm sending you much love. Bye.